Alright. Hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap deck highlight. I wanted to look at the War Machine buff. It was a card that when it first released I thought was actually going to be a really good card, and probably the card that I missed the mark on the most. Not a very good card at all. But getting 2 points of power is honestly pretty good, I would say. It moving from a 4-5 to a 4-7. 4-7 is pretty high power stat line. I mean, look at a card like Legion that's at a 5-7 stat line. Obviously, they have different abilities, but I think War Machine at a 4-7 is honestly pretty good. I'm not saying it's going to be a meta-defining card or anything. This isn't a super meta-relevant deck that I'm playing, but I think it's something at least interesting to look at. So War Machine obviously allows us to cheat cards into under our Ebony Maw, under Storm, cheat our Infinite in early. So it allows us to do a lot of useful things well. We also have another way to do that with Black Knight and the 2 discard cards you can see here. So we're going to wait to try and discard anything because we can Namora next turn. That's whatever. And we're going to get hit with another one next turn, I assume. Like this turn, they're just going to play their Cassandra Nova out, I would guess. The hope is that we pull our War Machine this turn so we can play under our Ebony Maw, or we pull Black Knight. Black Knight would also be a very good pull. Because we could hit the Infinite and then be able to play our Blade out. But getting Namora from Triskelion was pretty huge there. Goose is not helping us. We could skip this turn and go She-Hulk Infinite, actually. Which I think I might do. They still need to play into the Ebony Maw, so it's not, like, safe for them. They're just planning on playing Odin here. I don't know if this wins, honestly. +8 here. So they get 8 power. This gains a lot. We're totally fucked if it's Odin, but I'm staying anyway.
Hello, so happy.
And maybe the right play was to Blade here and... Oh! Sick!
Victory.
Easiest win of my life. What I'm saying is this deck is basically the best thing ever, and you should subscribe to get more amazing decks that no one's ever thought of. It's pretty much what I'm telling you. Hopping in to game number 2. Our Black Knight finally decides to show up. I don't think we can afford to Goose like ever. Oh, we have War Machine. We could Goose and then Storm and then War Machine into it later. That's not good. That is just really bad. We're committed.
Wind, aid my hand.
What the heck? We could play Blade to hit our Ebony Maw, but we don't need to do... Do we throw a bar with no name? Like... We could have stormed bar with no name, but where's the fun in that? How much power can they get in? I think we do this. And we have any mod. We can do this, because we need to make sure that we beat Doctor Doom, which I think is a legitimate concern. Destroyer, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it wasn't my best playline. I probably should have just stormed bar with no name, and then I could have just war machined into it. But I knew they had Destroyer because that's the Electro X-23 was for. Alright, hopping into game number 3. We do have... So this is actually the play line that this deck was dreamed on right here, and I've never actually gotten it. I playtested it a bunch. I never got this, but I'm happy that I get to showcase it here. This was the dream play line right here. I mean, obviously the perfect one, I would have had like Nebula. Or yeah, I would have had like Nebula turn 1. But I'm gonna be safe and just play Goose into Vibranium. I don't really care if I get Vibranium. We can hope into War Machine. That's fine. We can hope into War Machine and then play Infinite under our Goose. The only thing we need is to pull Taskmaster, and then that would make it perfect. Because then we'd have Vibranium and Taskmaster, so we'd have a 24 power turn 5. A lot of 1-drops here. Ebony Mom makes things a little dirty here. Cause I'd like to play him, so I could just like Vibranium this turn and then War Machine next turn. I think I just War Machine this turn to get the Infinite down. Hope for a Taskmaster. Oh well, that's gonna be good for us. We need the extra cards, so that is good. Okay, please. Dude. They max under our Goose and we're still liable to get punished. Probably gonna pull Vibranium, so we're gonna get like 8 power down, or 11 or so power down into Washington, D.C. Then we might be able to get some into Pet Mansion. We should win our Goose lane though, which is what matters.
Hello, can you understand me?
Do this. I mean, we could just, yeah, we could have just stacked this lane to make sure the Sunspot couldn't win if they soak 6. Because we could played 9. Yeah, so we could have gone up 1 here, then 1, and then we could have played like, Blade, Black Knight left. Yeah. I mean, that play line is tough to beat. What do you do when when someone throws an Infinite under a Goose? All right, hopping in to game number 4. I also want to say that I've been getting a lot of support on the videos recently, even though I've been uploading less. So I appreciate the support even with the less upload. So it was a not a scary move, I would say, but you know, it's nerve-wracking a little bit to be like, oh crap. Oh my god, I could War Machine and play the Goose into Crimson Cosmos. I won't snap, but Goose, Ebony Maw, and then we could like Taskmaster or something. There are okay. Oh my lord. No, but finally would have gotten the blade off. Ugh. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Well, now we just need to somehow win Necrotia. This is 6 power. It's more than 0 power. It's an important note here. Oh my god. They have that many cards with more than 2 power? Well, that would have been real bad if that killed my Ebony Maw. Didn't end up mattering. That is very unfortunate though, because we would have won if we pulled that sit, or if the Gambit didn't hit my Black Knight. But man, what a funny setup we can get. We can get Goose into Crimson Cosmos to set up the you can't play any cards here. Set up our own Sanctum Sanctorum. Alright, hopping into game number 5. I don't know if I want to do this as the last one or not. Depends on how good you guys are at being supportive. I don't know. If you guys want to see longer games, let me know. I feel like I never know if you guys prefer the longer or shorter. I feel like I've heard both, and I'm kind of torn on it. Yeah, I feel like personally I like watching longer videos, but I feel like that's not like the common answer. What is that?
Wind, aid my hand.
My hopes, bottom of the deck. Does this work the way I think it will? Will I get 2 of them? Ooh, I do. And now they're no longer playable. It was fun while it lasted. How much power can he get under? He needs to be able to play both turns. Oh, he can definitely play under. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. Frick. That was not the card I wanted to. So 8 comes off him. It's actually less power than playing Blade. Because they're gonna gain 8 power there if they play out if they can play out cards. Unfortunate. And Doc Ock really messed me up. If it just wasn't the goose. Or if we would have had War Machine in hand so I could have played. Unfortunate. I'll do one more. I feel like I'm doing cool things with this deck and then I'm just like not getting rewarded for it. Like having 2 Ebony Blades would have been sick. And then the game was just like, no. Wouldn't it be cooler if you discarded one of them and then couldn't play the other? It's like, no, I don't think that would have been very cool actually. If we could get a Storm or like an Ebony Maw, both of those would be really good cards. Lady Sif would also be good. Storm. We can War Machine into Infinite. But also, like, why do that when we can just discard? I want to do it this way because I really don't want to have Sif then discard my my blade. Okay, as long as we don't pull you know who, we're fine. Okay. We can work with that. We're gonna have 7 energy next turn. They just skip their turn? Like, what in the psychopath? We could hit Taskmaster. That's an out we have. Well, how much have they destroyed? They destroyed 1 energy. Like, Taskmaster. A rock. They forget how the blade works there.
Victory.
Also, I was supposed to sift first, so there weren't rocks in my deck. Luckily, that didn't matter and come back to bite us. But it could have. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, let me know. Subscribe for deck highlights. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.